All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, right, all right. Hello to the people in the bushes. All right, all right, all right, and all right, all right, all right. Much better. Hey, Jan. Hey, Letha. Hey, bushes. Got my third departy, third. Well, I have additional electronics in the background. Let me say that. Okay, now we can get down to the nitty gritty. All right. Top of the morning, top of the evening, top of the night, whatever time zone you are on, we are live. Mhm. Moment of silence for all those who have lost their lives. Let's go. Let's get started. Now, usually I love music. You know, I love music, but we're going to get right into this. Uh, so let me go right here. Sound is better. Yeah. Uh, so, as mentioned in the other live, in the state of Illinois, we know Laquan McDowell was murdered execution style by Jason Van Dyke, who only spent 5 years in prison when technically he should have received a life. What happened with that case is over a year, the police in Illinois suppressed, tampered with, and withheld evidence. Okay. Okay. It took them over a year to release all of the video footage from police body cams. All right. So let's be clear about that. So before we get to there not being a purge law in the state of Illinois, let's go back and let the record show. Let's go to the why particular laws are being put in place. Why, the who, the what, the when, the where, the how, the to what extent. Let's go there. To what extent do these laws need to be put in place? To a drastic extent. Because police officers consistently murder and kill Black males, Black women, and other ethnic groups in Chicago, in the state of Illinois, in the United States of America. Let's just cover it all. Okay. Why was it? Why are these bills and laws being pushed? Because of people like you and myself, if you're an advocate, who advocate for justice, truth, who advocate for justice, truth, and accountability. That's why. Okay. So let's hit this real quick. Before I do the screen share. Okay, so HB 3653. Okay, 3653, known as the Safety Act law, requires officers to keep their cameras on duty or engaged in law enforcement related encounters. They have to keep the body cams rolling. No more of that mess that they tried in times past, that the body cam was mysteriously off. that the body cams was mysteriously not working, that the body cam was mysteriously inoperable. Yeah, yeah, that's why this passed. We need the police officers to keep them body cams on at all times, okay? Because we have seen the games that they play. We know the games that they play. And if you ever had a face off with police while you were protesting and exercising your constitutional right, you know, you know, you know. Let me pull it back and say it again. And if you ever had a face off with police while you were exercising your First Amendment rights and they ascended on you to harass, intimidate, and attempts to bully you from not exercising your rights, you know. If you've never encountered that type of situation, you may not know. If you've never encountered that situation, you may not even comprehend or understand it. But for those of us who do, we know. And for those of us who believe in being as bold as a lion, we're not going nowhere. You don't run us. We stand on principles. We stand on a solid foundation. We stand on truth. And we stand on what's right. Now, having said that, all right, let me do the share on this. Quick. And the slide that I was uploading for the other one is not, it did not even, well, I could have pulled it up a different way, but let me do it this way. Okay. Let me blow this up a little bit more. No, I think we should be good. Okay. So let me read. Chicago viral video, and this is where the misinformation, the lies, not the truth, deception, delusion, pure chicanery comes from. Okay. Trump heads who are known Pinocchios who don't believe in the truth. Now, it is what it is. If you want to sit up and go with somebody who has consistently lied, and every time they open up their mouth, they're telling lies because they are pathological liars, then that is on you. But it is our responsibility to put the truth out, because the truth will outlast the lie. The truth is what endures forever. Now, let's go. Viral videos and infographics circulating on social media misrepresent a new Illinois law that will eliminate cash bail, legal expert and public policy advocates said. The Pre-Fairness Act will become law January 1st, and it is part of a long-running campaign to address issues with cash bond, which advocates say leads people who have been convicted of charges to remain in jail because they cannot afford the bail a judge assigned them. And we know that in Chicago, they're going to get black people. All we got to do is run the statistics over here. Now, we know we believe in math and science. And when we run the statistics, you will see overwhelmingly it's African-American people who are being put in jail on fictitious charges. Let's get that out the way. Let's go ahead and get it out the way. And then other ethnic groups. Let's get it out the way. All right. So, the law is part of the SAFE Act, which the governor, J.P. Pitts Pfizer, signed in 2021. It has already partially, it has already been partially implemented throughout the state. Here's the key. The law does not mean judges cannot keep people in jail. So let's get that out your head. Let's get that out the way. Number one, let's kill the foolishness. Let's kill the lies. Let's kill the deception. Let's kill the misinformation, and let's roll. Let's steamroll with it. The law eliminates cash bail as a standard, but a judge still can detain someone depending on the criminal charges, or if they think a person possesses a danger to the community or may flee. So the bond judge still has a right to say, you're not receiving bail. You won't be bonded out. So it's the judge still, it's going to still be at the judge's discretion, which I don't 100% agree with, because again, if you have been advocating for people, or you have been researching situations state by state, case by cases, you already know how this goes down. You already know how it goes down. So a foolish person need not err. So the foolish person need not err. The way it goes down is this. African American people are going to sit in jail at higher percentages than any other ethnic group. That's the history of America. And if you want to go from a historical, research, vetted perspective, that's what the record will show. Now, let's move on. Let's move on. A post earlier this month from WFCN News, a small conservative outlet in southern Illinois, according to WGN, wrongfully claims the law would create non-detainable offenses, such as aggravated battery or driving under the influence, arson, second-degree murder, and kidnapping. A conservative southern Illinois outlet that supported Donald Trump and his lies while he was in office, and who probably still supports the Trumpheads, the insurrectionists, the liars, and the domestic terrorists. Let me make it plain. I'm not mixing words. I'm not going to mix my words. Those who create hostile living environments. I'm not going to mix my words and play a game with it. Let me pull it back. Those who create hostile living environments in the United States of America, the Trump heads, the Trump supporters, the Trump liars, the domestic terrorists, the insurrectionists. Now let's roll with it. We just gonna let the record show. Citing that incorrect information, others posted incorrect information on TikTok and other social media pages, okay? Other social media platforms. That's what they did, generating thousands of views and comments. Some labeled the act the Purge, equating to the 2013 horror film in which all crimes, including murder, are legal for a 12-hour period. And some of the videos, users incorrectly argue people suspected of crimes will be released from jail and massacre once the law goes into effect. Republican gubernatorial candidate Darren Bailey, who has repeatedly called Chicago a HELL hole, seized on the issue, saying at West Loop news conference that Chicago is living the purge. Bailey has an apartment in John Hancock Center, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. Legal experts involved with writing and implementing of the law said false claims going viral are a scare tactic. There is no automatic extinguishing of court orders through legislative actions. And anybody with good sense and a little bit of common sense, because common sense is not so common, would know that. So stop the share on that. Let's get back to it. So that is to clear up the misinformation and just let the record show. That is to do truth over lies, facts over fiction, what's sound over foolishness. That's just to be straight up, flat out, no nonsense. Nobody's purging anything. Like the Republican Party was attempting to purge those voting records and eliminate African American people and people who have been incarcerated, who records have been expunged from voting. Oh, don't play a game with it. Don't play a game with it. We're not going to play a game with it. Now, again, over here, we advocate for truth, justice, and accountability. And you don't get to use scare tactics on us. You don't get to run us. You don't get to intimidate us. You don't get to harass us. And you don't get to violate our constitutional rights. Because we will resist. That's what a protest means. Protest means to resist. Now, having said that, like the police officers tried it in the Kanika Jenkins protest. They try it all the time. We're not scared. You don't get to run us. Because we know you get your salary based off the backs of the taxpayers and the working class. Now, having said that, that's all I wanted to say. Purge, there is no purge law. It came from a Republican, a Trump supporting Republican who believes in Pinocchio number 45 and believed in Pinocchio number 45. All the lies. Humpty Trumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Trumpty had a great fall. All the king horses, all the king men could not put Humpty Trumpty back together again. Yeah. We do facts over fiction, truth over lies. Now, having said that, you all have a pleasant evening and a pleasant night. This was just a pop-up live. Bye-bye, everybody. Stay vigilant, stay cognizant, and stay actively engaged. Bye-bye, everybody.